Two South Africans, Kate Ahrens and Mike Sherman, who were rescued last night from the mountains, have just addressed the media. They recounted their ordeal. They say for 6 days they thought they were going to die. With them were two Australian sisters, Eliza and Tess Arnold. This is how the press conference went.
And I'm very thankful that the four citizens here have agreed to this conference. It's not imposed on them. They were asked to participate and did it of free will because they feel they can make a contribution and they can help find other people and give a message to other people who are in distress and share some of their own experiences. And maybe it's a good idea for people to know of this type of disaster in the mountains, what to expect in the future, and maybe take precautions. It's a lesson to the whole world and those who do mountaineering.
You're so helpless when you're out there. You know, you're so helpless and so insignificant. And you realize the world is so much more powerful than you are. Mother Nature is so much more powerful than you are. And, you know, when boulders are coming down the mountain the size of cars, like, what can you do, you know? So I think every day we were fearful, and every day we thought about, you know, dying. And every day we were grateful. And so 6 days felt like 6 months.
It was complete fear because none of us know what to do. And we didn't have anywhere to go. So, and Tess, my sister, wasn't with me. And she was 10 meters away, but we couldn't see her. So after the actual earthquake happened, it was, yeah, I don't even really know how to describe it. Just the whole, everything just like as hard as you can
vibrating as hard as you can imagine.
Like
and mountains just like crumbling everywhere.
Violent. And just looking up, it was like just genuinely an explosion, like fireworks of boulders coming down. And then it was probably 10 seconds of hugging the side of the mountain in the dirt.
The dust was so thick, and we were covered like in our mouths and our eyes, everywhere. We were completely covered in dirt, so we couldn't see anything. And then our first panic was, okay, the four of us are okay, but where are the other two? We couldn't see them, and we couldn't, you know, you just have no idea if it's going to happen again. Or, you know, I think with earthquake, like the fear of an earthquake is one thing, but then it's the aftershocks and the boulders that are coming down afterwards. That's the continued fear.
The first day when the private Israeli helicopters came, it was a huge moment for all of us. That day we thought we were going to be getting out, and one of the Israeli medics got off the helicopter and explained to us that he was just doing his job, and unfortunately he could only pick up Israelis. But after that day, I think it was a huge blow for us. You know, it was an extreme high and then an extreme low. But then as the days went on, more and more people had started to be able to get out and contact the embassies, and plans were starting to be made. And it actually gave us a lot of hope, you know. Although people were going and the people that were left behind were still really, really frightened, it did give us a lot of hope that things were happening on this side, and that, yeah, maybe our situation could change in a few days.
Well, once the earthquake, you know, the main earthquake had passed, we were really lucky. We managed to find two Dutch trekkers, and they had a guide and a porter, a Nepali guide and a Nepali porter. And between them and us, we managed to scramble back down the mountain over landslides and under trees and over debris. And we went back to the last tea house that we had stopped at just before, you know, continuing on before the earthquake. And there we found about 65 other people from all over the world, maybe 30 Nepali people, and I don't know, the rest foreigners.
Every single person was under the rock, huddling each other for 6 days, pretty much every single tremor. Just, you have no idea what the mountains are capable of. We have no idea the strength. Well, we have some idea, but we didn't know what was to come. It's that constant fear of the unexpected and the unexplainable, and yeah, every day.
Speaking to our families was the only thing on our minds at that point, and just making sure that they knew that we were okay. Because they're also far away and have no idea what's happening, so the fear that they are feeling is, you know, almost just as big as your own for yourself.
Just the strength of Nepali people.
Absolutely.
They're mountain warriors, 100%. They're incredible people, and yeah, just human strength was definitely something that we learned the last week, yeah.
It's incredibly exhausting, and we're just so lucky to have Gift of the Givers to take us in last night. I think we all said last night we have felt so safe here, mentally as well, which is really important, especially to be together, because going through this kind of thing, you kind of need to stick together, but we haven't really made the next decision.
So you don't know when you're going home?
Soon.
Hopefully.
Soon, yeah, definitely.